Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to the Moving Toward Better podcast. I'm your host, Karen Bemis from movingtowardbetter.com, and I'm here to help you live your best life and let the rest go. Hello, my lovelies. This is the debut show of the Moving Toward Better podcast. Just as the intro says, my goal with this show is to give you a big virtual hug and help you live your best life and let the rest go. So, how are we going to do that? Well, my blog basically talks about a few topics, and I'm planning to bring those topics right here. First, a little bit about me. My name again is Karen Bemis. I've been married for almost 27 years. I'm the mom of 3 grown sons, with one still in college who lives at home. The day my oldest child was born, I knew that I was born to be a mom. And while I love what I do now, I learned and grew more than I ever thought possible as a stay-at-home mom. You know, the most important motherhood lesson I learned? That no matter what kind of mom you are, motherhood is hard, and being judgmental doesn't help anybody. Motherhood's a challenge for everyone, whether we work outside the home or part-time or work from our homes exclusively, whether we work for an additional income or not, it doesn't matter. And because of that, I want to support moms as much as possible. See, here's the thing. My best friend owns her own business. She's incredibly successful in so many ways, but we still have some of the same challenges, even as we parent our adult children. I would not for a minute say that her way was better or mine was. The truth is that we each chose a path that was right for us. We both wondered at times if we made the right decision, but we both dearly love each other, and we support each other fully as moms and as best friends since junior high school. I believe in supporting moms and the parenting journey so much. I even wrote and published 2 books about that, but we'll talk about those in some later episodes. Second, I'm a certified DISC consultant. DISC changed my life, and it is honestly the reason I have a good marriage and good relationships with my children. It was so life-changing that when my youngest was in high school, I got certified to teach DISC to others and help them with their families, their businesses, and their life in general. I help people understand themselves and others better. And it's delightful when someone sees themselves in a positive way like they never did before. It's really amazing because there's a look that they get that they're like, oh, I see. And it's a beautiful, beautiful look. It's my favorite thing when I'm working with people with DISC, when they understand that and they see themselves so wonderfully for the first time. And you know, I believe that our personality affects every aspect of our lives. And the better we understand ourselves and the people around us, the better we can move through this thing we call life. If you're interested in learning more about DISC, I'll put a link to one of my posts down in the show notes. If you want to skip the preliminaries and just schedule an appointment for yourself, you can also do that. I'll put that link in the show notes as well. I also talk about clearing our physical space because I honestly believe that when we have our living space in order, everything seems to go more smoothly in life. In fact, I created a program called the Whole Home Reset. That's a step-by-step plan to clear each area of your home at a pace that works for you. The premise of the Whole Home Reset is that everybody has different needs. And while there are some awesome tips I can share with you, it's up to you to figure out what works for you through the process. I'll be there to support you. I'll be there to help you in every way that I can. But ultimately, you get to figure out what works for you. We have a Facebook page that's dedicated to the whole home reset that you can join when you sign up for the email series for free. As I said in a live video in our Facebook group recently, I'm not born organized, like so many people who teach cleaning and organizing. But I think that's a good thing because I had to learn how to keep a nice home. It does not come naturally. And by nice, I mean I can open the door and invite you in for a cup of tea without being embarrassed. My home is not perfect, but it is good enough. It's good enough for us. It's good enough for guests. And that's what's important to me. Again, I'll post a link for that as well if you want to get started on your own whole home reset journey. And finally, when it's appropriate, I'll be talking about holidays, especially the fourth quarter holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Although I will probably throw in a fair amount about Easter as well. You see, I'm in the United States, so that's my frame of reference. But I have friends all over the world. So as much as I can, I'll share their traditions too, because I honestly believe that the more we learn about others, the more we realize that we're more alike than different. And that can lead to a much more peaceful, happy world. And who doesn't want that, right? I won't lie. I love holidays. We aren't big partiers, but spending time with friends and family during the holidays is one of my greatest joys in life. We travel for some holidays. Others, we like to be home. I host Easter for our family for over 60 people. One of my sister-in-laws hosts Thanksgiving for our family, and there's about 70 people there. And another sister-in-law hosts Christmas Eve for about that same amount of people, about 70 people. And I know that seems really over the top for a lot of people, but when your husband is the baby of 9 and all of you have children and grandchildren, the houses start to fill up quickly. The thing is that I absolutely love the holidays and this quirky, amazing family that we have. And I've learned so much from hosting and attending these amazing events. And I'm excited to share all of the great tips with you. There will be recipes, there will be decorating ideas, there will be traditions, all kinds of things that we'll talk about. And I hope you'll stay tuned for all of that because you know what? Life is to be celebrated. And I think that's what holidays do. They remind us that life is to be celebrated. And this helps us to just remember that. So I know that sounds like a lot of subjects. And I know a lot of podcasts out there only talk about one thing. And as we go along, who knows? That could change. But that's the plan for now, because these are all things I really like to talk about. These are all things that I think I can help people with. And I think they're all subjects that there are people who need help with. My hope is that we'll have some guests along the way who can help us with these things, but that also requires that I figure out some technical things, which, you know, little note about me. Sometimes I struggle with the technical side of what I do in life. Even though I'm an online entrepreneur, the tech stuff is really the part that challenges me sometimes. That's why I'm grateful that I have wonderfully patient, tech-savvy family members that will fix whatever needs fixing and help me stay on track and do what it is that I love to do. So, if you have any topic ideas in any of those areas, you can email me at whatsup@movingtowardbetter.com. That's WHATSUP@movingtowardbetter.com. I would love to hear from you if you've got some ideas for things we can talk about. So that's pretty much it for our first podcast. Remember to check out the show notes for all the links that I mentioned. I truly hope that the Moving Toward Better podcast helps you live the life you dream of, because you are so worth that. Until next time, take care, my lovelies. At movingtowardbetter.com, it's our mission to help you live your best life and let the rest go. If If you want to make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe to the podcast today, and then go to our website, movingtowardbetter.com, to sign up to be part of our email community. That way, you'll always have access to all the Moving Toward Better fun and shenanigans. As always, thanks for listening, thanks for being you, and have a great day. Love you all.